Hi, I'm John Graham, one of the co-founders of Accelerated Professionals. I want to take a few minutes and go through each of the sessions so you'll have an idea of what's going to happen in each one of the sessions once you're a member of the course.
A composite pipe manufacturer in the oil and gas industry, which is primarily where our pipe is used. We do have other applications.
Session 1 is communications. We're going to go through all the parts of communications, actually take it apart and look at what makes communication work and where it actually breaks down. Then in Session B, all of you will come up with your small group and have a chance to be introduced to the class through a series of questions. It lets us get familiar with you and you get familiar presenting in front of a larger group. In Session 2, we're going to work on the fundamentals of leadership. There are different styles of leadership. No one of them is the right style. It's really what is right for you. Over time, you'll gravitate towards what is the correct style for you. In fact, different situations in business and personal life will sometimes require you to lean on one of these other types of styles. But over time, you'll gravitate back to what is natural for you. So we're going to look at all these fundamentals of leadership and what makes it work in different situations. In Part B, we're going to give a talk based on one of the most memorable things you did growing up. It's going to use what we learned in the session before on communication. You'll come up with your small group and under a low-stress situation for 2 minutes, present your talk to the class. In Part 3, we're going to learn that everyone's in sales. Whether you have a formal job title with sales in it or marketing, we're all selling ideas all the time. We're going to work on the concepts of how to build a bridge between you and those other people that you're trying to help and sell your ideas to. In Part B, we're going to give a talk on leadership based on what we learned in the session before that. This is where we start filming you, and we will film you, and this will go to the private channel on our website for your own private viewing so you can help improve your own presentation.
And gave me an opportunity to excel. With that, I stayed there for 15 years, doing everything you can imagine, and ended up ultimately becoming a sales manager.
In Session 4, we're going to go over strategy, really strategic planning. Strategy plus the implementation. Most strategies fail on implementation, not the planning phase. So we're going to look at both of those. In Part B, you'll be giving a talk based on what you learned in the session before on selling. You're going to be selling your ideas. It's a 2-minute talk. This also will be filmed and sent to the private viewing channel for your access.
You captivate them and start getting their buy-in into this process, you're more likely to be able to successfully sell your idea.
Session 5 is Read the Money. We're going to go over the 3 basic tools that most all executives use for financials. We're going to look at the balance sheet, income statements, and the statement of cash flows. We're also going to look at some popular financial ratios and how they impact businesses. In Part B, you'll be giving a talk on a SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for a business based on what you learned on strategic planning in the prior session.
So the SWOT analysis is a tool that is used to understand the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of and to an organization at any point in time.
In Session 6, we're going to go over everything we learned, the fundamentals of Sessions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then in Part B, again it will be filmed, you'll be doing a presentation based on the financial tools we learned in the previous session, along with your group. This is going to be a small group presentation where each of you will have a 2-minute segment. Again, it will be filmed for your own private viewing.
Where the biggest money-making market for us is in the removal process, taking out all the old pipelines, platforms, and infrastructure that's been.
Session 7 is your final exam, so to speak. You'll be doing a 7-minute presentation. 5 minutes of it is your presentation, and then 2 minutes left for questions and answers. You will have choices. You can present an idea to venture capitalists and get them to invest in your idea, backed up with some financials based on what you've learned in the class. You can also be doing a presentation to convince management to change strategic direction for part of or all of your company. And thirdly, it could be to convince senior management to sell a new product or idea. This session 7 will actually be assigned much earlier in the course, so you can be working on your ideas and gathering some of the financials to support your presentation.